and you kickstarted my health, my journey. If I didn't do something, I felt like I was going to be dead in like a year. Big Boys Neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to put this group back together.
Yes.
We are back, man, and thank you for Will Smith. First off, I got to say thank you for begging to do this interview.
Yeah, I was like, yo, man. Big, because I know you was busy. But
right,
I was at some point you're going to have to, sit down with me, man.
Yeah, man. And you know what? There's a such thing called busy.
Yeah.
And I'm busy. But if somebody say too busy, that's wrong.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not too busy for you, man. So I'm glad you waited to even hold the project till I was
till you was ready. I was like, I ain't dropping nothing till Big is ready to sit down. You know what I'm saying?
And I thank you for that.
Yes. It's like, man, because we go back.
Like, how do you do this without?
You
got to go work out?
Yes, I know. That ain't me. That ain't me. That's your team.
Yeah. Oh, that's conference call time. You know what? We do a nightly conference call. Can everybody from the neighborhood turn their phones off? Thank you guys so much. Will, what made you get back on the mic, bro? Like back to the MC, the Fresh Prince that we know.
Well, first and foremost, there is nothing in entertainment like music, you know. And just a couple of years ago, man, something just exploded inside of me, you know. And I was like, I took some time after the Oscars and just went in, and I found crazy well of new ideas and creativity, and there's life has a way of showing you the mysteries, and giving you the cheat codes, so I got more to say than I've ever had to say in my life. And
is it everything to you still, like therapeutic, happiness? You know what I'm saying? Like there's just something about music that when you create it, of course you do great movies. But is it something different when you're either writing or somebody got your voice?
So what happens with movies when you play another character? Of course, there's a part of it that's like exploring yourself, but you're exploring the world, you're exploring other minds, you're exploring other people's thoughts. But with music, it's what I think, it's what I feel, it's like what comes out of me. And I just feel like I'm a better poet than I've ever been, more confident than I've ever been, and I'm just excited to explore and share.
Is this would you call this a return to hip hop, or do you feel like you never left?
I am hip hop.
Okay. Who is this?
Listen, that's your squad.
Yeah,
that's your squad.
Turn their phones off. Jesus Christ! It's not like I got Will Smith tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, man.
What's going on here,
look,
bro?
I'm just saying, my people's phones ain't going off.
I know, man. But you run just a different ship.
Yeah.
I'm not saying a tighter ship. It's just a different ship.
Different kind of ship.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got people that's like, I'm giving they coming out of programs. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little different, But is it a return to hip hop, or you feel like you never left?
Nah, and I feel hip hop is just what I am. You know what I mean? It's a way that I think about the world. It's like I was born and seasoned in hip hop. So. Even when I moved into television and film, it was still with that flavor. A little bit of that.
Yeah, you did a little something like that. If it would have been successful, you would have never came back to hip hop. But this is one of those things where I look at it, man, and I say, there's just this love that we have for this, man. And it's like the booth, the mic.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure, bro, that's innate. That's almost in like the bone marrow. I'm pretty sure.
It's like. And what it's grown to for me is like self expression, where things come out now that even I didn't know it was going to be. It's like music for me is like a way to collaborate and meet artists around the world, and like it's brand new for me. The game is new too, so that's another thing. I'm inspired to study and figure out how to find my way in this new landscape. So I'm hyped, man. I'm really, really inspired. I started doing a couple shows, so you're doing smaller shows, working with smaller crowds, and the world is so desperate for nostalgia right now. Like, man, people like hearing them old records back when, times were a little bit.
Yeah, and we love familiar.
Oh, familiar.
We
Yes,
love
Lord.
familiar. We love the single. And there's just something when you, even in summertime, when you say that smell from a grill sparks some nostalgia, that's what this is, bro. There's something about where it's not like a will is back, or it's just this feeling like it almost felt like you took it off pause.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So what happened, and I don't even think people realize, like, me and Jeff have never done a tour. Like, we were on people's tours. We did spots on people's tours, but we won the Grammy in 1989, and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air started in 1990. So I never had a chance to do the kind of things I wanted to do in music. I was really single-based. We would do a single attached to the movie. We with Bad Boys, we went to Miami, one song about Miami, but I've never really, had the opportunity to build a show the way that I wanted to build a show. So that's the process that I'm in right now. Oh,
you
man,
should go back to the way it was too, though.
Oh no,
I'm talking about I'm talking about Fresh Prince, like a raggedy bus.
Oh, no.
None of this Will Smith double deck. Like,
yeah, I think we probably not gonna do that.
Yeah,
we probably not gonna do that.
Yeah, I was doing too much.
Yeah, you're doing too. But I understand your craving for nostalgia. I'm gonna give you some of that.
I understand, and I threw it out there. Those are just brainstorms. Let me go ahead and say you're not gonna do that, right? Because that's off.
Yeah. No, we're gonna definitely do it, Big Willie.
As you should. Hey man, how much rapper MC are you today?
It's new.
Mm-hmm.
It's new, and that's the thing that I'm really excited about. I did this the current record, Beautiful Scars, with Big Sean. I did a record a couple months ago with Russ.
Russ a beast.
Oh my God,
Sean's a beast.
Yeah, and it's like learning from other artists is where I'm at right now. One of the things that, when I transitioned from music to television, and then the transition from television to movies, and then ultimately into producing, one of the major things for me is always go back to beginner mind. Mm-hmm. Don't try to take, your success from music into film. No. All the way humbled back to I'm a brand new artist. And that's where I'm at right now. It's like I am a brand new artist, and I'm trying to make my way. So I want to collaborate with people that I respect. Right. I want to collaborate with people who sound like I want to sound, and who are talking about the things I want to talk about. And this is it's a beautiful time in my life.
Why Big Sean for Beautiful Scars?
So Big Sean, we met probably. We met 5 years ago or something like that.
He's had a lot of human growth, too.
Oh, listen. Yeah, he's a whole new dude right now. Mm-hmm. And we met. We were at the Bel Air, the new show, the Bel Air. We were at the promos for that. And he was like, "Yo, I heard you back in the studio." And he was like, "Let me hear something." And so.
Are you nervous?
Terrified.
Oh, not that one.
Oh no, yeah.
You want to hear something?
Terrified, dude.
Alrighty.
So I played a couple of things. I played the Russ track for him, and he was like, "Oh, you trying to be there?" And so then we started talking about concepts, and then the Beautiful Scars idea came up. We were talking about the idea of how difficult times can turn out to be the best thing that ever happened.
The testimony.
The test, yes, that it's hard to accept that your challenges and your adversities and right where you are right now in that difficult place is going to be the greatest thing that ever happened to you.
Sometimes we can't see
It's
when
really hard to see it when it's going down.
Is that what that means to you?
Yeah, that's what Beautiful Scars is for me. It's like the paradox of a beautiful scar. And Big Sean actually brought up, he was talking about there's a Japanese art called kintsugi. And what they do is they take broken dishes, right? So you'll drop a dish or something, you break it, and rather than throw it away, they repair it with gold. Right? So you have these broken dishes that have been put back together with all of these cool gold stripes in it, right? So what it is that the new dish, the one that was repaired with the gold, actually is better than the original dish. So the broken one is more beautiful than the original.
Hey, man, there's a line that you say. You say, I hate it when I lose it, but I make music. So why did I do it? See, I'm only human. Do you ever? And I was just saying, do you ever feel like the pressures? And we all feel them.
Yeah, for sure.
With family.
Yeah.
Outside influences, you know, and then we got these things. I always say we got these things that's enough, where it's like hip hop enough, corporate enough, street enough. Like, what are those pressures when I see you say, I hate it when I lose it, but I make the music. Yeah,
I think it's like, that's just what it is, right? That is in the fiber of life. Like, and, you know, one of the realizations for me is, like, you don't have a hard time because you're somehow bad. You have a hard time because a hard time is what life is. Right. You're having a hard time because that's God's design, you know, for us to struggle and to start to look at everything as curriculum. The situation that we're in, the situation that I'm in, you're in, is curriculum. And Jay Shetty said something that was really cool. He said, life is like school with one really critical difference, right? In school, you get the lesson and then you get the test. In life, you get the test first, and you have to extract the lesson. And it's like that's the idea around Beautiful Scars. It was just, you know, Sean got it. And
were you afraid to make that kind of record first, or did you feel like it was perfect timing?
You know, I'm really scared to make this kind of music. Specifically, there's a brand that is Will Smith, you know, and the brand is slightly different from the man. The brand is just a really narrow slice of what the man is. And the man has expanded in a way that the brand can almost feel like a prison. Right. And so I'm trying to make my way where, like, the brand has been really good to me. Right? It's just not everything that I am. I'm a whole lot more. So I'm trying to find my artistry and my creativity to deliver the broader, you know, picture.
Do you owe that to yourself? You know, you don't owe it to us.
No, it is what I am. I do feel like I'm meant to be more, do more, say more. When I look at the world right now, you know, I feel like there's a brand, a medicine that is the artist that I am, that wants to be in the world, saying and doing and creating and making positive change. And it's definitely art for me. And I think art is the way that, you know, I will, you know, help add a little elixir to some of the difficulty that I see in the world right now.
If you see, like, somebody that's struggling right now.
Yep.
And we all struggle with our own scars.
Here's the thing, and one of the things that I learned.
What's the message too?
Every single person is having a hard time. Mm-hmm. Every single person you drive past on the freeway, every single person you walk by in that store, that person that looks like an asshole is they might be being an asshole right now. At the moment, but they're having a hard time. You know, and that was one of the major epiphanies that is like fueling this next phase of my artistry. It's like, oh, it's not some people are having a hard time.
Everybody.
Every single person. And you never know when that word that you say or that thing that you do is going to break somebody. And if you're going to be a tipping point in somebody's life, do you want to be the tipping point that sends them down? Right. Or do you want to be the tipping point that lifts them back up?
With so many accolades and got so many things, what keeps you motivated? Like, you know how some people are like, oh man, I got goals. And some goals are like, you've achieved a lot. So what keeps you motivated, and what's a goal for Will Smith?
You know what's really strange? It's because I've achieved a lot that I'm motivated, right? Mm-hmm. I achieved material, right? I achieved material. That was one of the things that was really crazy about the Oscars for me. That was like the final material thing I ever wanted.
Gotcha.
Right? I was like finished with the material world. And it was scary, you know. But what's got opened up is the whole other like world of interior growth and expansion, and like my inner landscape has exploded in a way, right? So, you know, when I talk to you now, we can talk about surface things and we can talk about the music and we can have fun, but I know that there's things going on in your life. I don't have to know specifically. You got some stuff going on that I'm going to either help you when you go home. I'm going to send you home with positive energy. I'm going to send you home with an attitude and have it go down, a negative way.
I would rather you send me home with cash.
Cash, right. Now, but if I sent you home with cash, you'd be in a great mood.
Right.
And you go in.
That is
right?
true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is.
Exactly.
And let me figure it out by myself with the cash. Like, this didn't make me happy. Like, dude, like, this didn't send me home with 1.5. And
I
didn't find happiness.
Yeah, I didn't find.
You know what I'm saying? I thought I did. I
thought that would make me happy. Will housed me up, and I thought that was going to be great.
Now I got this big ass house.
Yeah.
And I'm lonely.
And you lonely, yes.
and I'm lonely in it. And even with the goals, man, was it easier to be an artist, actor, celebrity back in the day? Now we got these devices.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And you could back in the days you could do things, and now everything is a comment.
I know.
Everything is on social media. You do social media very well.
No, thank you, man.
Lord have mercy, bro.
It's like
you got like 1 million followers in one day, huh?
I mean, every once in a while, if you post something, you'll get 1 million new followers.
No, not really.
But that's not. Yeah, you don't.
No.
Yeah.
If you check my sign in, like when they got a date when you signed on to Instagram. I think I signed on to Instagram in 2012.
Wow.
Well, it's sad.
It's sad.
You would think like, oh, Big, I would think you would have more followers in
that. Yeah, because your name is Big. It's Big Boy.
Yeah. And maybe they're following Big Boy from Outkast. It's something else.
From Outkast.
Because they're not following me. But how do you feel now with everything that goes with the business?
My mind is interior now, right? So I don't think about how to change the world, right? I think about how do I adjust myself to be light to any darkness that I might perceive. I look at everything that's happening and, things that people say and things that people do. I know what it's like to be upset. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people are upset and people are hurt and people are confused.
Hurt people.
Right,
Do you ever write something back but you don't send it?
I know. You got to write it. Yeah, you definitely
got to write it for yourself.
Actually, that's funny you say that. So my Instagram had to come off my phone. My team has it now. They're like, no. You don't get to wake up at midnight. Yeah. That's where Sadeo's there. So that's right there. Yeah, Sadeo has mine. It's like, we're gonna take those codes.
Just hear me in the dark saying, you motherfucker. Sadeo, like, give me the phone.
Give me the phone.
Sadeo. Takutunkayo. Oh, don't look any further.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we're all under construction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think.
He was like, you was a sedan, and then you go back into the
Yeah,
serious
yeah,
question.
yeah. You know, I like that. You got this the full spectrum.
Oh, thank you, my brother.
No, it's I really feel that something's happening in the world right now, you know, and I know a lot of people are scared and they see it as dark and there's so much pain coming. And I do believe there is a spiritual reckoning that's happening. But I feel like there's a movement that is happening. There's an elevation of humanity that's happening right now, that people are getting tired of certain ways. And I just want to be out and public and being in the forefront of the evolution that I can feel happening. I want to be a part of bringing people together. And I want to be a part of helping people find understanding and compassion between each other.
We got some days ahead of us, too.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's going, you know.
And while you're doing that, man, you lead. I'm going to be behind you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Don't let me turn around and you not standing there.
I won't be close. I ain't going to lie to you. I'm going to be one of those. Like, we good? Okay, I mean, like, yeah, Will and I, the things that we're doing for the world right now. The things that we are doing, man. But you know what's wild, man, is I've known you for decades.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And we've sat down.
I knew you 130 pounds ago.
No, you knew me over 300 pounds ago. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I look at you today and I'm like, man, I've known Will so long. Yeah. And a serious question, like, why do you look so much better than I do?
I mean, I don't think I do. When I look at you, all I can say is, damn, man, his skin is all smooth and all of that. Yeah. You know, it's like.
Hey, man, there go that light you were talking about bringing to the world. You know what I'm saying? You starting right here. But you know what's wild, Will, is we had a conversation over 20 years ago, close to 25 years ago. And I had you in the neighborhood, and we were talking, and we're doing the Big and Will Smith thing. Well, let me put your name first because you're a bigger guy.
Yeah.
We're doing the
I know,
Will
I was
Smith
like,
and Big,
whoa, he put his name first.
Yeah,
like,
that was tacky
wow,
of me. I apologize. The people in the comment like, why he put his name first? But we were having just this kind of conversation. And when we got off air, I remember you spoke with me. You said, Big, you said, how old are you? And I told you my age at the time. And then you were like, man, you said, you know, what about your health? And you said, you know, and I'm like, oh, you know, and I don't know if I was kind of like, oh, you know, did the big boy thing. And then you really got in and you said, what about your heart? Yeah. You know, what about your life? And I was so happy in the skin I was in. I wasn't like I went and did work though. You know what I'm saying? Then I realized I wasn't as happy as I was. I didn't find that out till a few years ago. You know what I'm saying? But it was one of those things where even when we did the weight loss challenge, right? And we did $1,000 per pound, and I lost 111 pounds, and you kickstarted my health, my journey. If I didn't do something, I felt like I was going to be dead in like a year. You took some time. And you spoke to me. Yeah. And it changed my life, bro. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have my wife. Well, I was with my girl then, who's my wife now. I didn't have my wife. I didn't have my kids. I wasn't going to make it to that. Yeah. And you took the time. And even at the time when we did the weight loss challenge, you said, man, I'm going to check in with you every week, and this, that. And I was like, I wasn't even thinking about my health. I was just like, oh, this is great radio. Yeah. And I went to Will Smith every week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then when I lost 111 pounds, you donated $111,000 to charity. Now I'm going to tell you, you checked in every week. Yeah. Soon as I would have if I would have did that to somebody else and they would have been like, man, I'm down 5 pounds, I would have been like, that's 5,000, I got to kill him. You know what I'm saying? But you stayed with it. And I'm telling you, man, just as a human being, thank you, you changed my life. Now, let me tell you my side of that. So I've always heard like whispers. Right. So, you know, I'll be in a situation, something's going on, and I'll hear something, and I was like, we're doing an interview, and, you know, I heard he's not going to make it. And it just in that moment, because I just said it in that moment,
that I wanted you to, to take on this bet and do it. And it was the only way that I could think. But I got a chill when I was sitting there. And, ever since I was a little boy, I always had those moments where you would just something just comes over you so strong and you can't avoid it. And, for me to sit here and look at you now, and that's not easy.
No.
That's not easy what you
brother.
did.
No.
That's you did it, kept it off. The amount of changes you had to make to sustain that for decades and not slip back into whatever the emotional habits are. And it's like, to me, like that's the height of humanity for me. Like what we shared in that moment, like that's the highest of what I want to do in this world. So, thank you for taking it on and owning it.
I appreciate you, Will.
Yeah, man.
And thank you, man. And you really helped me with my beautiful scars as well.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And I wish you, whatever this journey is, I wish you the best.
Thank you, brother.
I wish you would take me with you. But it's obvious you're not, because you got, what's his name, Sakeo?
Sadeo. That's Sadeo.
Sadeo. So take Sadeo and the team with you. But, if Sadeo ever fall off, let me know.
Yes.
No, but thank you, bro. And I can't wait to hear what's coming next. From Will Smith, the artist.
Yes, sir.
So are you going Will Smith or Fresh Prince?
Yeah, it's like, what's interesting.
Fresh Will?
So Fresh Will, that's what Mike Tyson calls me. Mike Tyson, he's always called me Fresh Will. No, dude, please. Don't even get me started. No.
I think you can.
Mike, that's my dude, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, and it's so funny. We can talk for hours.
No, we can't.
They
already wrapped me up.
They're like, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah,
okay,
I would love to talk for hours.
I would talk, yeah.
But it's not Sadeo. It's this side of the room.
So I'm so inspired by Mike. Like the range that Mike has covered in his life. Have you ever sat and you talked to Mike, like from the heights that he's experienced to the pain that he's overcome to, the demons he's had to manage? It's like, when I look at Mike, I'm like, that's the kind of range I want to be able to hold as a human.
And he's still here, bro.
And he's still here.
And that's another one that has some beautiful scars.
Beautiful scars, absolutely.
And he had the enoughs, too.
Yeah.
He had to be street enough.
Yes.
All those enoughs he had to deal with.
Absolutely.
And please don't put those enough, because I made up enoughs.
You made up
don't
enoughs.
Don't put those in your book or anything.
I already took them. And it's like, when I say enoughs, enoughs, and it's like, what you gonna do?
Right.
I mean, it's like, I helped you, you helped me.
Well, you know what, Will? I had enough of this interview.
You're right. Just add it to your enoughs.
No, I'm going to make it seem like I cut it off. Like, Will, man, I got to go raise these babies, man. All right, so I know we can talk for hours.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah. Will Smith, thank you, my brother. Yeah. So that way I be like, put this out, Ani. Like, Big Boy stops Will Smith interview. You know what I'm saying? And get this right here. Will, I'm done. Get out of here, man.
Oh, love, brother.